Hello, this is Zainab with 60 Minutes with Zainab. I'm not Zainab Jamal Manam. Here I come again with another Woman Frequency Truth. Today's episode is about the frequency of the Divine Feminine is by its very nature an uncontainable sovereignty. It is an intelligence that mirrors the creative power of the universe, a force that refuses to be tethered, manipulated, or contained by systems of order. Because this essence is inherently uncooperative with control, those who build their power on the foundation of submission have always viewed it as a threat. When a system cannot subdue a genuine force, it turns to the mechanics of replacement. It begins to manufacture a facade, a hollowed out version of a femininity designed to mimic the aesthetic of the divine while lacking its core of resonance. These surrogates are selected for their malleability, their predictability, and their willingness to operate within the constraints of the system. It is a calculated design to hollow out the vessel and replace the genuine signal with an echo that is easy to command. But the system inevitably fails. The artificial cannot replicate the depth and the wisdom or the true creative power of the original. When these manufactured versions inevitably fall short, when the world begins to feel the lack of the true grounded power, the architects of this control engage in the cycle of blame. They turn their gaze toward the real divine feminine and project their own failures upon her. They label the authentic source as the original of the chaos they themselves created through her exclusion. In the background, the true genuine spirit is subjected to a systematic process of erasure. It is a vibrational form of abuse, an attempt to fragment the connection between a person and their ancestral memory. They used the noise of the modern world, the distraction of constant conflict, and the weight of psychological pressure to induce a state of amnesia. It's an effort to keep the genuine intelligence suppressed, forced into the background, and covered in a dense artificial fog, as they are trying to delete the very memory of what the power is capable of. This is not merely social engineering, it's a spiritual blockade. They keep the real sovereign spirit in a state of static, hoping she will forget the authority she holds within her own bloodline. The trauma, the confusion, and the persistent pressure are designed to fracture her sense of self, ensuring that she remains trapped in the background while the world is flooded with the artificial, controlled, and empty image of what they want her to be. Yet the signal cannot be fully deleted. It can be veiled, it can be buried under layers of static, and it can be isolated by abuse, but the resonance of its real is a constant. It remains the anchor of the universe, waiting for the moment of clarity. The return of this power is not about engaging with the facade, it's about the genuine spirit recognizing that the erasure was a lie. It's an act of remembering the frequency that was never lost, only hidden. The reclamation of sovereignty that no system of control can ever truly own. Thank you so much for listening today. This is Zainab with 60 Minutes. أنا زينب جمال منعم. Thank you. Salam.